Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn English Growth Mindset. I'm Tony, and today we're diving into a topic that logically hits all of us hard, but we kind of brush it aside and pretend it's not there.
And I'm Lisa. Hi, folks. Today's energy feels a little different because we're talking about friendship, that shortage of real buddies and the loneliness pretty much everyone seems to be dealing with these days. If you're struggling to make new friends and feeling stuck, smash that subscribe button right now because today we're about to level up your entire social game.
Totally right, Lisa. Stats show that making new friends as an adult keeps getting statistically harder. Back in childhood, it was effortless. You just showed up and clicked. But now it's way more complicated with busy schedules and everything. So today, we're decoding this problem and sharing some useful English vocabulary so you can connect with people no matter where you are in the world.
You nailed it, Tony. This morning, I popped into a coffee shop and saw these two ladies laughing their heads off. I thought, wow, they must go way back. But then it hit me how rare that kind of easy bonding feels nowadays. In school, you could just share lunch with someone and boom, instant friends. These days, it feels like you gotta go through an interview just to grab coffee with somebody.
Lisa, you're getting a bit emotional there, but there's actually a solid scientific reason behind it. When we were kids, we had these natural environments, like school, where we spent 8 hours a day with the same people. That's called the proximity effect. Seeing someone over and over naturally builds trust. In adulthood, we've got packed schedules, deadlines, and straight-up exhaustion dragging us down.
Exhaustion is real, Tony, but so is the loneliness. I'm surrounded by coworkers in the office and strangers on the metro, yet sometimes it still feels like nobody truly knows me. Have you ever felt completely alone, even when you're standing in a huge crowd?
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Work colleagues usually keep it to professional friendliness, which isn't the same as real friendship. Let's summarize this first part and pick up some practical English you guys can actually use in real life. Our first phrase is natural environment. That basically means a place where you bump into people without any planning, like school or college, where the same faces show up every single day.
Yeah, it's those spots where friendships just kind of spark on their own with zero forced effort. The kind of place that makes connecting feel effortless instead of awkward.
Next up is built-in structure. It refers to a system that forces you to interact with people regularly, like scheduled classes or lunch breaks that happen automatically.
Exactly. It's that ready-made setup we had growing up, but somehow disappears in adult life. So now we gotta put in our own effort to meet folks.
And the third one is professional friendliness. This is when people act nice and chatty only because it's part of their job, but there's no real depth or personal connection behind it.
Super common in offices. Everyone's smiling and polite, but it's just professional friendliness, not genuine friends who actually care. Tony, you mentioned adults are busy, but I think fear plays a huge part too. Rejection scares the heck out of us. If I ask someone, hey, want to grab coffee? It suddenly feels like I'm asking them out on a date. It's awkward as hell.
Valid point, Lisa. Studies show insecurity ramps up as we get older. As kids, we didn't overthink rejection much, but now our brains turned it into high-stakes drama. What if I look desperate? What if they judge me? We've made it way scarier than it needs to be.
Exactly. We could use a bit of that childhood boldness back. Just walk up, say you seem cool, want to be friends, and keep it simple. Life would be so much easier.
That would be efficient, but socially risky. Speaking of risk, there's another one we're ignoring: health risks. Lisa, did you know chronic loneliness is as harmful as smoking?
Wait, what? You're messing with me, right, Tony? How can being alone compare to smoking?
Not kidding. Medical research backs it up. Loneliness spikes cortisol, the stress hormone, which weakens your immune system and makes you more prone to illness. I experienced it myself when I moved to a new city for work.
Oh my God, Tony. I always thought you were this logical robot, but even you felt loneliness? Tell me what happened.
Of course I'm human, Lisa. At first, it was the honeymoon phase. Everything felt fresh and exciting, but after 3 months, reality crashed in. I'd go to the office, come home, eat dinner alone with zero social interaction. Physically, I started feeling off, headaches, constant fatigue, like my body was reacting to the isolation.
That's seriously concerning. We ignore mental health until it hits physical health. How did you turn it around? Did you have some kind of system?
I used logic. I realized friends won't appear if I stay home. I had to get uncomfortable. So I joined a yoga class. At first, I felt like an outsider. Everyone else was already in groups, but I stuck with the consistency rule.
Consistency rule? What's that new tip?
Simple stuff. I showed up every single class whether I felt like it or not. For 2 whole months, I just kept appearing. Slowly, familiar faces started smiling at me, conversations began, and now I have 2 close friends from there.
Wow, that's inspiring. If logical Tony can make friends in a yoga class full of strangers, anyone can. Let's break down more English phrases from this part.
Sure. First, honeymoon phase. That's the early excitement when something new feels amazing, but it's temporary and fades once reality sets in.
It's that initial rush where the new city feels like paradise until everyday life kicks in and shows the tougher side.
Next is outsider looking in. It's an idiom for feeling like everyone else is connected in a group while you're standing alone on the outside.
That moment at a party where people are chatting and laughing, but you're in the corner wondering why you even came.
And push through the discomfort means keep going even when it feels bad or awkward until you get the results you want.
Basically, ignore the fear and keep showing up anyway until friendships form. Back to office friendships, Tony. We spend half our day there, yet real connections rarely happen. Why?
Because the office environment is transactional. We trade work for money. Once I asked a colleague about their childhood dream, and they looked at me like I was an alien, then switched straight back to quarterly reports.
Happy poor person probably thought you were interviewing them. But seriously, we all follow the same script. Hi, how are you? Good. You? Good. It loops forever on surface level stuff.
Spot on. That's surface-level interaction. For deeper connections, we need to show vulnerability. It's extra tough for guys because society pushes this lone wolf idea. Don't show emotions, handle everything alone.
That lone wolf mindset is outdated. Everyone needs support. When I share a mistake or fear, the other person usually opens up too. Vulnerability invites vulnerability. That's my go-to mantra.
Makes total sense. When you drop your guard, it gives others permission to drop theirs. I tried it once, told a colleague I was stressed, and he admitted he was struggling too. Suddenly, we went from coworkers to actual humans.
Nice one, Tony. You're turning into a philosopher. Let's give viewers practical steps to make friends.
Data says the best way is joining shared interest activities where you see the same people repeatedly, like the gym, a book club, or even becoming a regular at a coffee shop.
And don't feel weird about using apps. Bumble BFF or meetup groups are great because everyone's there to make friends, so the rejection fear drops since you're all in the same boat.
Exactly. Remember, you're all in the same boat. In the office, steer conversations from work to hobbies. Invite someone to lunch outside the building.
And if they say no, don't take it personally. Not everyone will click. Rejection is normal. Just keep trying. Consistency is the real key.
Well said. Now let's note these important English phrases that will make your conversation sound natural and smart. First is lone wolf. It describes someone who prefers being alone and doesn't ask for help.
It's that independent type who likes handling life solo, but it doesn't work well when you want real friendships.
Surface level means shallow conversations without any personal depth or emotions.
Like talking about the weather while inside you're dealing with a storm. Pure small talk to pass time.
In the same boat means everyone is facing the exact same tough situation.
So if you're feeling awkward trying to make friends, remember the other person probably feels awkward too. Tony, making friends is one thing, but keeping them is a whole different challenge. I have old contacts who never turn into real catch-ups anymore. We say, let's meet soon, but soon never comes.
Classic planning fallacy. We assume we'll have more time later, but life gets busy, people get lazy, and suddenly months pass. Then messaging feels weird.
Totally. I worry they'll think I need a favor, but really, I just miss them.
Stats show people actually love when old friends reach out. Solution? Schedule it like a real appointment. Put coffee with a friend on your calendar just like a work meeting.
You're turning friendship into business with calendar invites, but you're right. If it's not scheduled, it won't happen.
Conflict resolution matters too. Arguments happen, but strong friendships use kind honesty instead of being mean.
Kind honesty. I love that. Tell the truth gently, not brutally. If their outfit isn't great, say, "This other color suits you better," instead of tearing them down.
Perfect. Constructive criticism builds up, destructive tears down. And remember, friendship is a two-way street. You gotta give as well as take. Active listening is huge.
Yes, put your phone away, make eye contact, show you care. That builds trust fast.
Trust comes from reliability. Show up when you say you will. Canceling repeatedly destroys it, and friendships fade.
Stick around during tough times. Don't be a fair weather friend who only shows for good parties. Real friends sit with you through breakups or job loss and say, "I'm here."
Let's summarize the powerful phrases from this segment you're learning with Learn English Growth Mindset.